Hi, Susan Brown. I just did a reading for a friend, and she is really at a crossroads, at a point in her life where she needs to make a really big decision. And the reading was so right on that I thought that this could be helpful for other people out there who may be needing to make a life change or, any kind of big decision. So I did a 4-card reading, and I'll just jump right in. So the issue of how to make this transition, um, you know, big choices, moving, change of job, big changes. Do it or don't do it. Which opportunity um, is the right one? So if this is up for you, I hope this reading will be helpful. So the first card I got was sexual, number 14 in the Dakini Deck. Seeds gallop to validate life. So, it's a heightened time. It's a juicy time. It's full of stimulation and excitement, and that's all really good. And that's what motivates us, right? That's what gives us the shakti, the energy to make the change and to move and to go. But the caution is to remember moderation and all that excitement, because overstimulation can lead to excess. It can lead to, excessive fantasy thinking, even making decisions based on, maybe our addictions, things that excite the ego versus, a heart-centered choice. So it's an exciting time. Those seeds are galloping. They want to validate life, but don't forget about moderation. So what's the challenge in all of this? Well, I picked number 22, unseen. Invisible is embraced. So right now, in the height of all of that juicy seeds galloping upon the earth to make change, and the energy's with you, right? So it's a challenge to see the invisible. It's a challenge to see the unseen, and because our opportunities are arising to strengthen the will. And I made some notes here because I was so excited about it, and it said, so the affirmation, high hopes and spirits, right? So it's hard to maintain those high hopes and to really see what's invisible, what's motivating those high hopes, what's behind the impetus to make a big, huge life change. What are the affirmations? Sometimes it's easy to think on the surface. And so the challenge really is to take that opportunity and run with it, but don't run with it for the wrong reasons. And I know that can be really confusing, like, okay, so remember practices that you have that bring you more to a heart-centered intuition, inner knowing. Again, it's coming back to that moderation. How do you know when you're listening to your inner guidance versus flights of fantasy? So that's the challenge. How to know the difference. But the path is prosperity, and it's expansion through touch. So it really is about, seeds gallop upon the earth. It's real. It's um, it's a hero's journey. It's really getting in the thick of it. I wrote, for finding the place where you belong. Okay, that's really a hero's journey, right? So this change, this decision is really about finding your place. Where do you belong? And how do you maintain that openness and vitality that's expressed in the seeds galloping, right? While you make this decision which will bring prosperity, expansion through touch, finding who you are. So it's not about what you'll get or this place versus that place. I think this goes back to the unseen, but what's your place? Finding the place that most belongs to you. And that's part of the unseen. That's part of the invisible. And that's the opportunity because this time, I know for my friend, this decision will affect her life for probably years to come. So it's very important that this decision is made with equanimity to find where we belong, our true place. For this next string of years, most likely, in this hero's journey um, of really living in that oneness and vitality where you belong. And then doing that, where the path will lead, I pulled wisdom, number 20, which is summoning the sun. And I wrote, it's that decision to step into becoming oneself. So it's like when you find your place where you belong, whether it's geographic or relationship or in your job or in solitude, where finding your right place where you belong will be that decisive step into becoming yourself. So what does that mean? Becoming oneself. Step into becoming oneself. It's a liberation. It's a liberation. What did I wrote here? I wrote liberation. Oh, from unthankful situations. That's huge. There's a lot in that sentence. Liberation from unthankful situations. And she's feeling that way, unappreciated in so many areas, and particularly unappreciated, perhaps from the standpoint of her own decisions, where she's really not able to fulfill, why she's here. And in the prosperity card, number 21, it really is about art and artfully. In fact, I'm going to look up 21 in the Dakini Deck book because it really makes sense. Oops, my glasses. Because this is the path. So it's prosperity, expansion through touch into new worlds. So it's good fortune, right? Prosperity, using talent, charm, positive attitude, and love. And art is expressed through wisdom and love. So even if your job is in science or education, it's an artful approach. Okay, it's an artful approach, and it's expressed, and the wisdom comes through artfully. But I love that where it said charm, positive attitude, and luck. I think of luck as grace. I think that when we have the courage, even when it's unseen, to step into that, embracing the invisible, right, with those high hopes and spirits. I mean, isn't that the hero's journey? To be willing to step into what's unseen, but you know it, you feel it, right? And then luck, grace, synchronicity will help in delivering you to that artful. It could be actual art. You might be an artist, writer, musician, educator, scientist, but artfully living so that your wisdom, the wisdom of your truth, can be expressed. So I hope this is helpful. And I want to read the last thing I wrote, liberation from unthankful situations. I feel like that sentence, liberation from unthankful situations, is an incredible meditation because we can project that, unthankful situations, we can project that onto a job or a partner, or anything. Pick something outside of yourself that you feel is an unthankful situation, and it's probably really true. You're probably not being appreciated. So when when we appreciate ourselves, what does that look like? And I'm not even going to begin to answer that because I think I think that's probably the heart of the true hero's journey, and I think that's how we really find our rightful place. And so, um, in the prosperity card, I do have a question. It says, "What partial truths are gifts?" So again, I'll leave you with that. I hope this is helpful. Good luck on your journey if you're about to make a big decision in your life, and even if you're making a small decision, um, I think this could be helpful. So thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm wanting to grow my channel, and please share.